Your money means a lot to you, so you want to make sure that you're using the right bank when you're setting up a company here in Dubai. And you want to make sure that you're using the right bank when you're putting your own funds into a bank in Dubai. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over Wio Bank, the bank that we have been working with very closely, where most of our clients set up their banks, or most of our clients only have banks here. And I'll be going over if this bank is safe or not, because I can speak from experience. I've seen a lot of stuff all over the internet about this bank, and I can tell you from my own experience, after setting up 400 companies here, I can drink and eat comfortably at night knowing that Wio Bank actually has a fantastic platform. Now, Wio Bank is a digital bank, yes, but it is a trusted bank. It is owned by First Abu Dhabi Bank and is owned by the government essentially of the UAE. So you can certainly trust Wio Bank. Now, instead of just repeating everything that I've said about Wio in a previous video, this video will have some additional points, some updates that are really important for you to keep in mind if you are planning on setting up with Wio. And to break it down fully, Wio Bank is owned by 3 specific key groups. 10% of the company is owned by First Abu Dhabi Bank, which is another major bank in the UAE. The key reason why it's owned by FAB is because you have to be owned by another bank in order to establish a bank in the UAE. It's a very good way to ensure that your policies, your compliance, your operations are very smooth, just basically building on what already exists. Now, another 25% is owned by Etisalat, which is a huge network provider here in the UAE, of course, essentially government owned as well. And then finally, 65% of the company is owned by Abu Dhabi Development Company, which is also known as ADQ, and also Abu Dhabi Holding. Now guys, this is the investment segment of Abu Dhabi. And of course, Wio is from Abu Dhabi, which is another emirate about 1.5 hours from Dubai, where I am right now. One key concern that a lot of people ask me is, Kevin, Wio is a digital bank. Should I be worried that it is a digital bank? By the way, they just won the Digital Bank of the Year award, which we attended at Entrepreneur here in Dubai. It was a fantastic event, and congratulations to the Wio team for winning that. And it is well deserved. They did not just win it because they were just there, right? There's a lot of competition on the market, and Wio is actually fantastic. I don't have any clients who have set up an account with Wio and have complaints. Literally everyone is extremely happy. It's a fantastic bank and it is extremely user-friendly to use. When you set up an account with Wio for either personal or business use, what will you get? Well, number one, you'll get, of course, the account, and that account will have different currency options that you can have. So you can have GBP, USD, AED, and you can also have Euro. And of course, I expect this to increase in the future, but for now, this is what is available. And in the past, it was only dirhams. Now, once you have these accounts, you can also, of course, order a physical debit card and checkbook. Now, this is important for business, so it will help you get established. And of course, for personal use, this checkbook might be very, very, very good, because if you are paying a landlord for rent, this is going to be important. You're going to give them 4 checks or 2 checks or 1 check or whatever, and they will take these checks and then cash them in at the appropriate date. So it gives you that flexibility to have a checkbook option for renting. Now, before I keep talking, one really important thing to keep in mind is if you want the best chances of getting your account approved, because a lot of people do get denied, make sure to use our referral code C094. If anything goes wrong, comment down below and we will help you personally, or send us an email and we will personally look into your application. Again, the code is C094 and you can find it down below. Now, one really important thing to keep in mind is if you are planning on setting up an account with Wio and you actually want to get your account fully active, you need to work with experts who fully understand what the requirements are based on your company type. As an example, if you're planning on registering a real estate company in Dubai, then you will need to have a physical office address to, of course, get your account open. Now, that's the first thing, right? Let's say your account gets opened. When you do get it open and you have this physical office address, you need to keep in mind that most people that get a physical office address, which is also called an ijari, right? This is usually not actually real. People are getting virtual ijaris to get their accounts open. But the problem with the virtual ijari is you probably won't ever go to this place. You probably don't even know where this place exists. And whoever sold you this ijari probably can't even let you have your name on the door or anything on the door. So it's very important that if you're actually planning on setting up a Wio business bank account and you actually want to get your account open, in some cases, you will need to be able to actually be at that office that you're providing, that virtual office. You should should actually be there in person. There should actually be a company letterhead on the door in some cases. And those delivery people will come at any time during the day. So it's important that you need to work with experts to ensure that you actually get everything open and set up properly so that you don't go through all the hassle of paying for a license, paying for a virtual jari, applying for your Wio Bank account, waiting 2 weeks for it to be opened, and then, oh, I can't receive my debit card, my checkbook. And the worst part is, if you do not receive this within the given period of time, your account will get shut down. So not only will it be just partially active at first, because yes, you will get it open, I did mention that, but being open, what does that mean? It means you can only receive money. You can't send money out, right? What kind of business can't send money out? I mean, that's a fantastic business. I would love to be in that business, but most businesses, we have to send money out, right? And if you don't receive this at the correct time, then your account will only be partially active and then potentially shut down. So work with us here at GenZone. We've opened 400 plus accounts at Wio. For business banking alone, with personal banking, we're talking well over 1,000 accounts for all of our clients. And if you want our assistance to make sure that your process is smooth, make sure that you're prepared properly, and make sure that your timelines work with this timeline with Wio as well, then please contact us. Because yes, this example for real estate is not the same thing for a marketing company. It's not always the same for everyone. The requirements are not always the same, but if they are different, make sure that you know that they are different in advance. Now, going back to the part where I mentioned that Wio is a digital bank. Does that mean I can't deposit cash? No, that's not actually true. So I mentioned Wio is 10% owned by FAB, right? FAB is First Abu Dhabi Bank. What does that mean? It means that you can go take your cash, you can take your cash like this, and you can go to an ATM and deposit it into any FAB ATM. It's pretty straightforward. You walk up to the machine, you put a code in that's generated from inside of your Wio Business app, and then you deposit the cash directly into the machine. Simple. Now also, you can also deposit checkbooks, and you can also withdraw cash from your Wio account anywhere if you want. Now keep in mind, one thing that you cannot do is deposit cash into a Wio personal account. So what people do is they deposit it into the business account, then transfer it to their personal account. And again, I mentioned we've set up over 400 business bank accounts at Wio, and we have a 100% success rate with our own clients. This is a fact. We can assist you with anything you need, because setting up a business might seem simple, but it's not. And setting up a bank account might seem simple, but it's really not. Our own clients, we've had people get rejected, but we've worked closely with Wio to prove that these clients should have been approved. And that's why you want to work with experts who have the contacts, who have the know-how, and who can help you get your bank account set up the first time, or if it's not the first time, get it set up quickly the second time. And one thing that I want to mention is here at GenZone, when we set up your company, if your Wio Bank does get rejected, in the meantime, we will immediately begin opening a business bank account in any other bank of your selection from our offer, and then you will have another bank in the meantime, which means that in the worst case, you'll have 2 banks. So some people are happy if it gets rejected at Wio, but very, very, very rarely does anyone get rejected. We know exactly why those people got rejected, and now this is not going to happen again. We always do our best for all of our clients. So if you want to learn how to set up a business in Dubai, or you want to get set up with Wio Bank, book a call using the link down below, or send us a message by email, and we will reach out to you to help you get set up with Wio or get set up in Dubai. Last reminder, if you want the best chances of getting your account approved, please use our code C094. If you don't use this code, we cannot help you if your account gets rejected. So please use it, C094.